Sum and difference identities part 2. In the last section we have learnt about how to apply sum and difference identities, and these are different formulas for all the 6 sum and difference identities. Our essential question for the day is, how does the Pythagorean theorem apply to trigonometric functions? Our objective for the day is use fundamental trigonometric identities to simplify and rewrite expressions and to verify other identities. Question number 1 says find the value of sine 5 pi over 2. Now how we will solve this, because this is in terms of radians over here, 5 pi over 12. So what I usually I will advise you is type 5 pi over 12 or convert 5 pi over 12 in degrees mode over here. What you will do is, as you all know, pi is your 180, multiply this and divide by 12. So I will use my calculator over here to do this function. So what I will do is I will take a fraction button over here, 5 times 180. Remember, we have learned about how to change from degrees to radians and radians to degrees. So I ended up with 75. So what it tells me is, this is telling me that sine of 75. This means sine of 75 is equal to 5 pi over 12. I want you to look at this unit circle over here and tell me which two values gives you 75. So instead of looking at the unit circle, you figured out 45 plus 30 gives you what? 75. So this means you can write it like this. Sine 75 can also be written like this, 45 plus 30. Now what I will do is, just to make my things easy for me, I cannot solve in the form of degrees because questions wants me to find the answer in radians form. So I will go over here, I will look over here. Now for 30 I can use this value in radians, and 45 I can use this value in radians. So this will be my sine 45 is pi over 4 and sine 30 is what, my pi over 6. Now another thing is this, if it might be coming in your mind, what if I do not know the formula? Is what I don't have this unit circle. So what happens over here is, you know how to change 45 to radians. You take your 45, you multiply by what? Pi over 180. So when you do this part, you will end up with what? You will end up with pi over 4. This you can do in your calculator also. Now this is my A, this is my what? B. So I will use the formula sine A plus B from here. Sine A. So sine A is what? Sine A is pi over 4 times cosine of B. Cosine of B is what? Pi over 6 plus cosine of A. Cosine of A is what? Pi over 4. And after that is what? Sine of B. Sine of B is what? Pi over 6. So let me erase this over here now. After this, what happens is, I can type this in my calculator and I will get my answer also. Now at this place, if you want to type this in your calculator, it will not give you the answer because this is in radians and our calculator works in degree form. So what I can do is I can use my shortcut. Shortcut is this. Since the question wants me to show my work, I showed my work over here, but I know pi over 4 is what? 45. This is what? 30. This is what? 45. This is what? 30. So what I will do is I will take the shortcut over here. I'll write over here sine of, instead of pi over 4, I will just write 45, because I know pi over 4 is in radians but 45 is in degrees, and my calculator works in what? My calculator works in degree mode. But the thing is, both of them gives us the same answer. This is the shortcut which I am teaching you. So pi over 4 is what? 45 degree. Or the other method is you have to convert it. So I don't want you to go to that part over here. Sine, and that's your 30. And since you type everything like we did earlier, your answer is radical 6 plus radical 2 over 4. So you can write your answer radical 6 plus radical 2 over 4, and this is your answer. Alright, let's look at this question. It says find the value of tangent 7 pi over 12. So first of all, what I will do is I will try to do what is 7 pi over 12 means to me in degrees. 7 pi over 12, what is this in to me is degrees. So what I will do is I will use my calculator and I will write over here 7 times pi. Pi, the value of pi is 180 degrees, and divided by what? Divided by 12. So my answer is what? 105 degrees. So in the background I came to know, just to make it easy, I know I'm looking for two numbers on adding and subtracting gives me 105. And I know which two numbers can give me 60 plus 45 can give me what? 105. You can add them. So this means I can write over here tangent of 7 pi over 12 is equal to what? Tangent of 60 plus 45. So which one is 60? This one is 60 pi over 3 and 45 is pi over 4. So I can write it over here. Pi over 6, no, pi over 3. Pi over 3 plus pi over 4. Pi over 3 plus pi over 4. Now please do keep in mind, what you have to keep in mind? Pi over 3 means what? 60 degree, because we will need these values where later on when we type in the calculator. Now after this, which formula I will use? Tangent a plus b. A plus b is this formula. So my formula says tangent a. So I took my first value as a. I'll write it over here. Pi over 3 plus tangent b. I'll write it like this. Pi over 4 divided by 1 minus tangent a is by what? Pi over 3 times tangent, what is my pi over 4. Now please do keep in mind, you cannot type this in your calculator because your calculator does not work in radian mode. It can work in radian mode, but we are only using in degree mode. Okay, and what I know my pi over 3 is 60. So wherever I see pi over 3, I will type in my calculator. Now what I will do is I will use tangent. Please be cautious when we are using the symbols over here. And pi over 3 is what? 60. So I will type over here 60. Okay, I messed up, so I need to delete it. Okay, tangent 60, close parentheses, plus tangent, you see this pi over 4, what is this pi over 4? This is your 45 degree. So instead of this, I will just type 45, close parentheses. In the denominator, I'll write 1 minus tangent pi over 3 means what? 60 degrees. 60 close parentheses times tangent 45. So what I did is I changed my entire this thing from radians to what? Degrees over here to find my answer. My answer is negative 2 minus radical 3. Negative 2 minus radical 3. So this is the answer. The reason why I am doing all this work is because question is given to me in the form of radians, so I need to use the steps in radians, but I can find my answer using my other approach also. Find the exact value of sine 7 pi over 12. So what we have been doing, first of all I will find what is 7 pi. Pi is by 180 divided by 12. I need to find its value in degrees. So I will use this calculator for this operation. It says 7 times 180 divided by 12 and my answer is 105 degrees. So this tells me that sine 7 pi over 12 is equal to what? 105 degrees. So I will use my unit circle to the right side over there to find my answer. Now, so 105. 105 means 60 plus 45. This is your 105 degrees. You see? So I will go over here. I will look for the one which says 60. So 60 is this one over here. Same thing. And 45 is this. So it will be my pi over 3 plus pi over 4. So this gives me what? This gives me, this is my 60 degree and this gives me what? 45 degree. Now I have to apply the formula. Which formula? Sine a plus b. So sine a plus b is this formula over here. So I'll write sine a, let me plug in the values over here. Sine a is my what? This is my a and that's my b. Sine a is what? Pi over 3. So sine pi over 3 times cosine of b means pi over 4 plus cosine of a means cosine pi over 3, and this is my what? Sine of b pi over 4. Now after this, keep in mind I cannot type this everything in the calculator. I have to change this in degrees just to make a shortcut over here. So this is 60 I will use, this is 45, this is 60, and that's my 45. So I need to type like this. Okay, please be mindful of doing this, otherwise you will end up with the wrong answer. Sine 60 close parentheses cosine of what? 45. Now if you can see, I did not put the multiplication sign. Yes, you can also do this, because if you close the parentheses, it assumes that it's a multiplication sign. Cosine of what? 60 degree, but you have to be mindful of closing the parentheses over here. Sine 45. Look here, I'm closing a parenthesis and press equal. My answer is radical 6 plus radical 2 over 4. So I write my answer over here, radical 6 plus radical 2 over 4. So this is the value of what? Sine pi over 12. Again, keep in mind you have to show this step. These two steps are very important steps for this question.